Girl power. Young girls are facing growing mental health challenges. The ways parents can empower their daughters and help them power through stressful moments or conflicts. In today's Modern Parenting, we are talking about how to raise resilient and empowered young girls.
Studies show that young people, especially Gen Z and the generation immediately after them called Gen Alpha, are facing a lot of mental health challenges. You've probably heard this, but according to a government report recently, nearly 20% of children 3 to 17 are struggling with a mental, emotional, developmental, or behavioral disorder.
Joining us now is Jennifer Turner. She's a health behavior change expert and the founder of Mad Cool Girls, a program that helps young girls build confidence. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
So why do you think so many people in this generation are struggling with their mental health, specifically young girls, and how do we make them feel empowered?
Yeah, so unfortunately well, first of all, thank you again for having me.
Sure.
Unfortunately, a lot of these girls are, they're connected over social media, but they're not actually connecting. And they're really feeling like they are not living up to certain images and expectations of who and what they're supposed to be. So even though they are constantly bombarded with images and they have social media, they're really not communicating and connecting and understanding how they can have more connection with themselves and with their communities.
I know you have a kind of a framework that you say to look at, almost like a formula, that brain plus body,
brain plus behavior equals body.
There it is. Brain plus behavior equals your body relationship. Tell us more about that.
Yeah. So basically what I'm trying to say there is that everything really starts with your brain, right? Thoughts drive emotions, drive behavior, and ultimately your health status. Your health status. So if you feel like, exercise, I'm not good at exercise, or I can't eat healthy, then you're not going to engage in healthy behaviors, and that's ultimately going to affect your body, your health status. On the other side, if you think, hey, you know what? Healthy eating, healthy living, that's good for me. You're going to engage in those behaviors, and this will have a positive impact on your body. And then you start to feel better, which then gives you confidence and a positive feedback loop, so you continue with the behavior.
And how do parents give girls the emotional support they need? There's so much to navigate, right? Learning to be assertive, but also have boundaries. It feels like there's so much women and girls balance.
Well, first of all, I've coached a lot of girls, and I've also coached a lot of women. And one of the things that I think is an issue for both girls and for women is this assertiveness thing. So a lot of women struggle with the idea, and girls, of how do I be assertive while not being perceived as being aggressive. Unfortunately, this is a terminology and an issue that really young girls and women struggle with. Young boys and men have other issues, and we certainly need to talk about their mental health as well, but one of their issues, something that seems to be unique to women and girls, is this idea of really struggling with how to be assertive while also not being perceived as aggressive.
Right.
So one of the things that's really important is, first of all, girls need to understand what exactly is it that they want. They first have to communicate with themselves. Before you can communicate with anybody else, you have to first communicate with yourself, understand what you want, and then state what you want and need in a very calm manner.
Communicate, it said on the screen. That is key.
Communication is key to everything, and self-awareness is also really key to everything. So girls really checking in with themselves, their feelings, that really drive, behavior.
Jennifer Turner, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
So good to have you. We got a lot more news ahead, so stay with us.
You are watching NBC News Daily.